efforts in spiritual life, if they are anything separate than pleasing our Sri Guru, we have to understand that that is only bhakti abhasa. It's contaminated with our own thoughts or desires or something. Every word of mine, every thought of mine, every action of mine should be pleasing to Sri Guru, period. That is bhakti. If I'm coming up with something which is little different to that goal of pleasing Sri Guru, then that is bhakti abhasa, not shuddha bhakti. Okay, this is really important to us. And we have to note it has to be pleasing to Sri Guru. Not that I use Guru, but I please Guru. If I use Guru for whatever so-called my progress, then that is called Guru Bhogi. I'm only using Guru, Guru Tattva, for so-called whatever spiritual progress or whatever. But it's not really spiritual progress when I'm using Guru. I should be pleasing Guru. So that intention, if it is not set right as soon as possible, then it will just take a very long time for us to come to Shuddha Bhakti. Yeah. And what happens when we please Sri Guru? Prema Bhakti jaha hoite, avidya vinasha hote. When we are pleasing Sri Guru, who is a Shuddha Bhakta, has Govinda in him. He is pleased. And Sri Guru carries Prema Bhakti. So we will be heading towards Prema Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti. And when we are heading towards the light, of course, avidya vinasha hoite. The darkness will go away, bhakti abhasa will go away, aparadhas will go away, everything, abhasa, aparadha, everything goes away. All that I need to do is Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. That will take me to the topmost destination. If I hold the lotus feet of Shri Guru and then please him, it will take me to the topmost destination. Haha Prabhu Korodaya Deho More Padachaya. Oh, Shri Guru, my Gurudev, please be merciful to me. So these are the words of Sri Narottam Das Thakur. This is Guru Tattva. This is about Shri Guru. Very grave, with a lot of gravity. That we have to understand. If we don't understand this Tattva, it means our bhakti did not begin. At least the Shuddha Bhakti did not begin. Until then it will just be Bhakti Abhasa. It looks like Bhakti. Okay. Now I'm going to share these slides. This particular slide will summarize most of our, please see this. How can I, is there a way that I can magnify this one? Yeah, awesome. Yes, please note this slide. See, this is Harinam here. We are trying to take the holy name, serve the holy name. Initially, when we do not know about the Guru Tattva, when we do not know the instructions of how to serve Harinam, we will just do the Harinam and, we are not really careful about avoiding aparadhas. And so in that stage, in the superficial stage of bhakti, when a lot of aparadhas are happening, when we are not careful about preventing the aparadhas, in the mode of ignorance and passion, this is all nama aparadha that's happening. Okay, and this is why we have discussed how to get out of this nama aparadha. This is the guidance that we took from Bhagavad Gita. The Nama Aparada is happening because of outside the Bhakti, it is because of the Bhakti Aparada. And how do I get out of the Bhakti Aparada in those 22 hours? Then we try to do things. So these are the do's that can guide us. And these are the don'ts where we can look for and then check them. Yeah. So this is how we slowly get to Bhakti Abhasa, at least to the Bhakti in the mode of goodness. Avoid Bhakti Aparada. So as we avoid these things outside the Japa, that is 22 hours, and as we avoid aparadhas in Bhakti, those aparadhas that we have discussed, that is inside the Japa, then slowly we will get into the towards Shuddha Bhakti, towards the Prema Bhakti, Premadhana, Krishna Prema. So here we have to make note of this thing. As long as we understand this Guru Tattva, unless we understand this Guru Tattva, we will not be able to make this deeper journey. We will not be able to enter into the doors of Sri Sikshashtaka. Because in the first and second doors of Sri Sikshashtakam itself, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura has emphasized again and again. One thing is repentance, that we have committed the mistake, and gratefulness to Sri Guru and Krishna. These are two important points for the first two doors of Sri Sikshashtakam to open. We will not have that much gratefulness, the depth of gratefulness, if we do not know Guru Tattva. So let us pause here to understand a little more about Guru Tattva. Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Very first step in our spiritual journey. What is the Lord asking us to do? Tat vidhi. Your responsibility, your duty is pranipatena. First step is pranipati, surrender, period. We may be thinking, why is Srila Prabhupada always saying surrender, surrender, surrender in all the purports? Isn't there a shortcut? We must be thinking like that. But the very first step in bhakti is pranipatena. To who? Pariprashnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninat. To those bhaktas who has knowledge, who has realized knowledge, jnaninat tattva darshinaha. Darshinaha, who has seen what? Tattva, who has seen everything in tattva. So to those realized souls, pranipatena, you should surrender. What does that mean? Give complete submission and faith to that realized souls. And then pariprashnena, very submissively ask the questions, seek the clarity. And here it is implied that those realized souls, whatever they say is true because they have seen it and they're living it. If I did not understand anything, it is only me that I did not understand. And I would understand that better when Swayam eva spuratyada. Ata Sri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahyam indriya. Sevun mukhi jihvada Swayam eva spuratyada. It's not through the intelligence. It's not through the smartness. It's not through the hard work. It's not through anything that we can understand spirituality about Harinam or about what Sri Guru is trying to implant into our hearts. It's not about understanding. It is about receiving. Receiving straight from their heart to our heart. That's why pranipatena. Until then, everything will remain in the brain here. just information processing, manipulations and information processing, and then whatever. It's just in this upper chamber, brain. This is not really Shuddha Bhakti here. This is all manipulative Bhakti here. Only when we do that, Pranipatyena, total submission to the Guru Tattva, respect, total submission. Is that enough? Pariprashnena sevaya. Guru seva is so important. How is Sri Guru going to benefit if I am surrendering to him? It doesn't mean anything to him. It's not going to benefit him. If at all is there any, it should benefit me. And what is he going to get? How is he going to get benefited? Just because pariprashna. If I'm asking questions to seek my clarity for me, what is the benefit for him? Why should he answer my questions? Why should he take the time? Why should he have that soft-heartedness? Why should he even care about me to answer those questions? Not really, not at all needed. They are not at all obligated. Just because I surrender, just because I ask questions, pranipatyena, pariprashnena, no, they don't have to even look at me or think about us. Then what would soften their heart? Sevaya. Show the submission with your service. Show your respect with your service. Then whatever pariprashna, whatever questions that we have in our mind, most of the questions will be answered right there because we have already developed that quality of sevaya, servitude. That itself will answer so many questions, that will prevent so many questions, because that is the zone of realization. When there is sevaya happening, realizations happen. Very important. So that's the role of Sri Guru. And that is how we should be thinking of Sri Guru. That is his place. His place is up there, where I totally submit myself with all gratefulness, and I beg to seek the clarity. And yes, I just simply live to serve my Sri Guru, not that a little bit of service. So proportionate to our surrender, our bhakti deepens. That is as simple as that. You sing any Acharya bhajan, you hear any Acharya Vakya, it is as simple as that. Because this surrender to Govinda is not an easy one. Govinda is an Antaryami. He is so deep. But when Govinda comes in front of us, then he's Shri Krishna, Krishna Kripa Shri Murti Shri Guru. So if the surrender has to happen, Sharanagati has to happen, it should happen first to Shri Guru. Then that will go to Govinda inside the Shri Guru. So we cannot expect, or we cannot think that we are surrendering to holy name or Lord Krishna without having this surrender to Shri Guru. What is the surrender? We have just discussed, right? Surrender is total submission. Total submission. All those limbs of Sharanagati, Dainya Atmanivedana, right? Atmanivedana is total submission. I am living to carry out your instruction. That's the total submission. And Dainya, humility. Same thing. Humility, because whatever I am now is because of your mercy. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya. Right? Yogyata vichare, kichu nahi paye, tomara sharana. Tomara yogyata vichare, kichu nahi paye, tomara sharana sara. So it's just your mercy that I'm made of. Literally, it is only because of Harinam and the knowledge that they have bestowed into our heart, not mind, but the realized knowledge that they have bestowed into our heart. It's just because of that we are what we are. So that is Dainya. Dainya Atmanivedana and Avashya Rakshime Goptatva Palana. Yes, Guru, Shri Guru. Just following your instruction will give me the protection I need spiritually, will maintain me. And yes, Anukulyasya Sankalpam Pratikulasya Varchanam. I would do only those things that pleases my Shri Guru. I want to know the heart of my Shri Guru, and I want to do only that pleases my Shri Guru. I do not want to displease him. That is more natural and easy than trying to do it to Krishna, because we do not know Krishna yet. Shri Guru is in our proximity as a representative of Lord Krishna. So that kind of mood, that kind of submission, that kind of respect should be there for Shri Guru. And it should be shown with that kind of service to Shri Guru. Okay, Srila Prabhupada is the pure devotee for all of us, right? Srila Prabhupada, his instruction in every purport is about surrender unto Lord Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, love of Godhead. Any purport we take, these, if we distill those purports, they are distilled into these three words: surrender, surrender, surrender. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and goal of life, love of Godhead. Krishna Prema Sharanagati. And Guru is the representative of the personality of Godhead, right? So this is what the pure devotee is saying, Srila Prabhupada is saying. We want to honor those words and we want to live those words. So anybody that is getting us closer to this Shuddha Bhakta, Srila Prabhupada, for us, is also an extension of Srila Prabhupada to us. Our Gurudev, who gave us the holy name and who is teaching us the ways of chanting the japa. When they give the diksha to us, they tell us what are those 10 offenses and how to avoid them, all that. So that they are giving us the holy name, they are giving us the knowledge of how to avoid the offenses of holy name. And what happens when we avoid the offenses in the holy name and chant? Niraparada nama lele, kaya prema dana. That's how we get the Krishna prema. So our Guru is actually giving us Krishna prema. So serving Guru, what does that mean? Now that we know the significance of Sri Guru and that we have to surrender in the sense, having these feelings, natural, genuine feelings, to whatever extent we have, totally fine. If we are not there, like, okay, I submit myself totally to you, Sri Guru. If you did not have that heart-to-heart connection with Sri Guru or a pure devotee, it could be Diksha Guru or it could be Siksha Guru, but a pure devotee who is a Premi Bhakta. If there is no heart-to-heart connection yet, then all that we need to do is keep chanting and chanting more and continue the devotee association, and the Nama will make the arrangement where you are able to see the instructions of a pure devotee more clearer than before. As we get more and more purified, the same Srila Prabhupada purports, who would say it's just ABCD, only initials are given, there is no depth of bhakti there. They may say that, but after purification, then they would say every para, every vakya of Srila Prabhupada is about surrender to Lord Krishna, like that. So anybody who is getting us closer to a pure devotee, to the understanding of teachings of pure devotee, also belong to the Guru Tattva. Okay, so this Guru Tattva is not exactly about one person. At the same time, there will be one person that is predominantly occupying your heart. So it is both. the one person that is predominantly occupying to your heart and taking you to Krishna Prema, and also many other, more than one or two people that are helping you head that way to that pure devotee. They are also in the part of Guru Tattva. Okay, so that's about Guru Tattva, the very beginning, Tadvidi Pranipatena. And we also talked about Samishti Guru and Vyashti Guru. Samishti Guru is collective, Vyashti Guru. Samishti Guru is collective, which is Guru Tattva. Vyashti Guru is one particular person who is occupying your heart, taking you to Krishna Prema. This is good. And Guru Seva. What is Guru Seva? The first Guru Seva. Tate Krishna Bhaje Guru Sevana Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the first Guru Seva that any one of us would offer is Bhajan, Krishna Bhajan. Niraparadha Nama is the first offering that we want to give to our Guru. That will be the first Guru Seva. And after that, if there is any specific instruction that Sri Guru gives us based on our qualification, then that can be practiced outside the Japa, as a service, if any specific service is given. If no specific instruction is given, then if there are general instructions, then one of those general instructions would be close to your heart. And that can be your Guru Seva. Or sometimes specific instruction is given, but due importance is not given yet. So that we have to look into. In any case, Guru Seva, first thing in Guru Seva is Nam Seva, Niraparadha Nama. And then any specific instruction that Sri Guru might have given us. So with this, Guru Tattva is pretty much solidified. So when we are doing the Harinam here, we may be trying to do the Niraparadha Nama, but that can get better, swifter, if Guru Tattva is accompanying our Harinama. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, we should remember Guru when? Not just once in a year during Guru Puja, not once a month, not once a day, not just in the morning when you do the Guru Vandana, not just every hour, not every minute, but every moment. This is what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said. So Guru Tattva should be accompanying us. We should be accompanying Guru Tattva. We should be under the shelter of Guru Tattva every moment. Otherwise, there is no access to Bhagavad Tattva. In other words, like the oxygen we're breathing, like the blood that circulates in our body, Guru Tattva should be so close to our heart, our soul. Otherwise, Govinda is not accessible. Okay. Again, for those who think, I'm not there yet, no problem. We just have to continue our bhakti with all sincerity, do the Harinam, and that day will come to us where all these things will come to our experience. And that is when it is called good fortune arising. All that we are doing in bhakti is for that moment to arise, where we get closer to a Shuddha Bhakta who is carrying Govinda at all times. When that is happening, we submit our whole self to him. That is it. We live a life of Sharanagati. Until then, we just continue to do whatever we can do outside the Japa, doing some services, inside the Japa, doing Harinam to the best of our ability. And then Paramatma will see all the efforts and he will reciprocate. So here in this picture, this Harinam, so we will be doing this Harinam, but for the doors of the Sishtastakam to open, we have to be sheltered by this Guru Tattva. In this picture, we see this, the cage shelter, right? See the veils or anything from outside. They are like, our polluted mind and intelligence. So this person has oxygen supply, and this is protective cage around, because to dive deep in, we cannot do just with this mental, material mind based on our own, the thinking that we have right now. As the submission to Sri Guru deepens, then the bhakti progresses further. What does that mean? What happens is, in sadhana bhakti, we tend to think everything in mind. If and what and how and but and this and that, and so much manufacturing in the mind. How will this benefit if I do it? How does the bhakti get better if I do this? I don't do this. So many things. That's fine. Totally fine. That is natural progression slowly from bhakti aparada to shuddha bhakti. But we have to understand, as soon as we get to the submission to Sri Guru, Guru Tattva, then the auspiciousness is beginning then. That point we have to understand. That way we don't spend a lot of time in this mental chamber, chaotic upper chamber there. We have to look forward to enter into this chamber, the heart chamber. Yeah, this is possible by entering into the heart of Sri Guru, by pleasing his heart. Then only we can enter into this heart chamber. So yeah, when as we go down, get deeper into bhakti, our mind will say so many things. Our so-called intelligence will say so many things. And what to talk about our false ego, man. There will be a lot of Kshira Sagara Madanam will be happening. Churning of the milk ocean. First, poison comes out. It will be like that. Not easy to deal with this material mind and intelligence and false ego. Mama Maya Duratyaya. Period. That's why Mam Evaye Prapatyante. Everywhere it is the same thing. Bhagavan is saying the same thing. Prapatyante. You cannot win this mind and intelligence. They are very deceptive. Forget about the false ego. You can never see the shadow. So prapatyante, pranipatyena. Sarva dharman parityaja. Again and again, Bhagavan is saying the same thing. We can hear it only when our good fortune is arising. And then what happens to us? Then we will start to feel, oh, if only I can get to the stage. Naturally, what can I do? That yearning starts developing. That's the first step. But we should at least hear ki asal bhakti mane ye hai. Then the yearning will start. Then we feel helpless. Then we will start to seek more and more association for the pure devotion. And then, of course, the changes will happen. Paramatma will help us. So what happens as we go down deeper into this journey? This is what happens. The journey, getting deeper into the journey means all the doors of Sikshashtakam opening. And this is the wealth in the ocean bed. Premadhana. Niraparadhanamalele pai premadhana. As we try to avoid the offenses, then the doors of Sikshashtakam open. And all the Sikshashtakam is actually filled with the waves of Sharanagati. This we will see tomorrow, because we plan to do the Sharanagati Bhajan on Friday. This we will do. Sharanagati Bhajan tomorrow. How to do it, we will talk about that tomorrow. But this is how the progression happens, deepening happens. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, the goal is Samkirtanam. This should be our consciousness, not just during Japa, but outside the Japa too. We should be living Samkirtanam. What is this Samkirtana? Samkirtanam, total Kirtana, means our whole self in Kirtana. What is our whole self? Our body, mind, intelligence, our self in Kirtana, means in glorification. So our heart is glorifying Krishna, bonding with Krishna. So our mind is focused on the service of Lord Krishna, and our body follows accordingly. So our whole self is being in devotional service to the Lord. That is Samkirtana. This is why Srila Bhakti Siddhanta said chanting is our Swadharma. Because chanting means Samkirtanam. It is being with the Lordships, in service to the Lordship, in the Harinam. That is chanting. And that is, chanting is Swadharma. Swadharma is our occupation, our eternal occupation. So when we are chanting, we are in eternal occupation because we are worshipping the Lordships. We are serving the Lordships in the Harinam. That's why Srila Bhakti Siddhanta said, chanting is our Swadharma. Because chanting means serving the Lordships in the Harinam. So this is the slide. And if you want to, you can print this out and place wherever you want to. This can be a reminder for our journey here. Journey Sri Sikshashtakam and Sharanagati. Our goal, Krishna Prema. Our shelter, Guru Tattva. Yeah. So whenever we see this picture, if we see we ourselves here, aparadas, then we will be like, oh, Krishna, please help. Then Guru Tattva, that will be our shelter. Sharanagata Bhakta, Premi Bhakta, when we hear from them, then that will be our shelter. That will be our guidance. And that will take us deeper to Govinda, loving service of the Govinda. So Krishna Prema means loving devotional service. Premadana. So if you want to print this picture, you could do so. Here you could write if you want some Kirtanam that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said. Okay, so this is one slide. And to get to that stage, as we have already discussed, outside the Japa, the 22 hours we do this. You could print that slide also if you like to. These are the references that are given at the bottom. These are from those chapters in Bhagavad Gita, 14, 16, 17, 18. And okay, this is good outside the Bhakti, outside the Japa. Now this is inside the Japa. We have already gone through this. You could print this one also if you like to. But I added these ones for more clarity. So please see if this is helpful. Yeah. So this is for the grounding. Please note here, no walking, no driving, no talking, no cooking. All this is inside our 16 rounds Japa, our protective Japa, our promised Japa. Should be at least in the mode of goodness. Walking, driving, talking means especially talking and doing Japa is outright Nama Parada. Cooking is also a distraction, right? Walking and driving, that's a passionate. Driving is not safe either. Japa and driving. Your singing is different, but the attention cannot be fully given to the holy name during driving. That's why we cannot count them as in 16 rounds. Kirtaniya Sadahari, that we can always do, but our 16 rounds should be at least in the mode of goodness. Means body still, mind still, heart still, all of them into Harinam. And walking and Japa is in the mode of passion. If we're trying to just get up a little bit and walk so we don't fall asleep, that's different. But just making that habit is just, that is a passionate Japa. That's not even goodness. We may be seeing many advanced devotees, Srila Prabhupada walking in Japa, he can do talking in Japa too, because they are totally surrendered devotees, and in their heart, Krishna is always there. They're always with Krishna, no matter what they do. So we cannot really compare with them. We are trying to get Krishna. For them, Krishna don't want to leave them. So we cannot compare with them. Okay, so you may please look at this and then print them if you like to. That's grounding. That's this thing. And these two slides. Niraparadhanama. We have already gone through this the other day. It was a rough sketch. And thank you, Nitai Gunmani Prabhu, for these slides. Very creates, imprints this subject matter in our hearts when we have some visual reinforcement like this. So, Niraparadhanama. We talked about the Shakti, Bhagavad Tattva is accessible only through Guru Tattva, and here we are. Okay, and these are the 10 aparadas. The 11th aparada is not paying attention. This is combined here. Okay, so this is all about the holy name. These aparadas that can be avoided. I would like to call that more as blocks. These blocks can be removed. All these blocks on this side here can be removed just by saying, Krishna, you are here in the holy name, and I can't wait to do the Harinam Seva. I can't wait to start serving you, Krishna. I look forward to serving you. Then all these aparadas are gone because we have acknowledged Krishna in the heart and we're looking forward to serve him. And this here is aparadas with the Guru Tattva, mainly. Then we say ourselves, my only qualification is my Sri Guru. Without him giving the Harinam, without him teaching how to do the Harinam, and without his bhava of Krishna Prema that he carries, I have nothing. So, I am just a drop of, I am just made of mercy of my Sri Guru. So, Sri Guru is my qualification. I have no other qualification whatsoever. I am eternally disciple of my Sri Guru. That will really set us straight. The Guru Tattva is taken care of. And then Govinda will look at us when we do the Pranipatina to Sri Guru like that. So in that way, the Guru Tattva, the Nama Tattva is addressed. And the people around, they are all Jiva Tattva like us only. So we might be entangled with Jiva Tattva before, source of all our Adhyatmika, Adidaimika, Adibhautika. But once we acknowledge these tattvas here, our Jiva Tattva also gets straightened because now we have turned towards Krishna. All the blocks are gone and we want to chant Harinam. So this is the slide on Niraparada Nama, how to avoid the offenses, 10 offenses of the holy name. This also, you could print it and post it on the wall if you think it is helpful in your japa room, puja room, wherever you like to. And this is very important regarding the Jiva Tattva. If we can remember one thing, everybody around, they are just object of my respect and service. That's it. Then we will always stay safe with the Jiva Tattva around. Yeah, this is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura's based on that quote. If you serve holy name inside Japa and serve Vaishnavas outside the Japa, you get Krishna. So that's the Niraparada Nama slide. And when the first door of Sharanagati opens, then we start looking to Krishna. This we'll be talking about this, and hopefully we'll do a round of Japa with this Nam Namakari Bahuda, where we start looking towards Harinam, Bhagavan. That's when the Chetodarpanam happens. After that, Trinadapi happens, where not only turning towards Krishna, but really getting to bond with the Harinam. Yeah, not only Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but the Rupa and Guna are more clear here because of our bonding with the holy name in insignificance. I am so insignificant. And please remember, this I think is a beautiful slide because all of them are based on Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta was really particular, saying, I should say, I am an insignificant. We'll correct that. I'm an insignificant and grateful servant of Sri Guru and Krishna. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta was so particular wherever it comes. He says, Sri Guru first and then Krishna. Surrender to Sri Guru. Insignificant servant of Sri Guru and then Krishna. Yeah, grateful to Sri Guru and then Krishna. So these are the Words of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. Why Trinadapi? Because I am an insignificant and grateful servant of my Sri Guru and Krishna. That's why Trinadapi. Then Trinadapi Sunichena. Taroreva Sahishnuna. Taroreva Sahishnuna. Tolerant. Why am I tolerant? Because it hurts to see that someone does not have the joy of devotional service. It means I am having this joy of devotional service here, bonding with Harinam in devotional service. And others are going through the pain because they are not engaging in the loving devotional service. That's why they have all this problem. I feel so sorry for them. I feel compassionate for them. That's why even if they are hurting me, I want to tolerate. I still want to give them this knowledge of devotional service, Krishna, based on their receptivity. So that's how these qualities will come. Because I am having this relishment, the joy of devotional service, and others are not having, I am compassionate for them. So if others are not behaving well with them, I am still tolerant to them. And I will be on standby to give them Krishna whenever they are receptive. So that is Taroreva Sahishnuna. And Amanina, I don't want any respect, not even want, I don't even deserve any respect. Why do I need any respect? I am simply an insignificant servant of Sri Guru. So whatever I have, yogyata, vichare, kichu nahi paye, tomara karuna sara. So what is there for me to think of any respect? Yogyata, there is no yogyata. I don't have any qualification. Whatever I am now is just because of my Guru. So there's no question of respect for me. So I don't deserve any respect. I'm not really looking for any respect. So that is Amanina. Very natural, very natural. These are all very natural. Because there's a joy in the loving devotion service that we are being engaged in by Sri Guru. That's why. Then Manadena. Yes, I want to respect everyone because Krishna Adhishtana. Krishna is sitting in everybody's heart. That's why I want to respect them. I know they don't respect me. I know they are thinking ill of me and they are bad and they are this and they are that, whatever. But in that living entity, Krishna is sitting there. That respect will be there. Okay, I may have to deal accordingly, but I will respect Krishna in their heart. That is Manadena. This is the explanation of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta in Sammodana Bhashya. Based on that, this slide is built. This is why we're calling this as Krishna Samsara. Everything of this is based on Krishna. Yeah? Trinadapi Sunichin, Taroreva Sahishnuna, Amanina Manadena, Ki Amanina Manadena. All these four are based on Krishna. So this person, for this person, everything is about Krishna. Everybody here belongs to Krishna. He also is belonging to Sri Guru and Krishna. That's why we said Krishna Samsara here. So those are the slides. We will post them in the WhatsApp group. So you can print them and then put wherever you think will be useful to you. I will now go to our Niraparada Namalele, Paya Premadana. That is the Wholesome Japa. I had that ready. Service connected with the Namajan. Give me a second. Also, now this will be an easy one because you have already seen. Yeah, most of the content is already discussed, but this particular session now is to help you walk through the book So you can make use of this book. All of that we have discussed is actually present in this book. If in case you missed noting down something, this is present in the book. So here, Wholesome Japa is the other name for Samkirtana. If we say Samkirtana, that may sound too distant for us. Oh, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Samkirtana, maybe after many lives like that. But Wholesome Japa is, that is something possible even from the third door of Sri Sikshashtakam, second door, Trinada Pisunichena. It's going to start there and then progress down, as we showed in the first slide. It will gradually progress down. So much do we surrender to Sri Guru, that much progression will happen. Yeah. So Wholesome Japa is Samkirtana, and it's the same thing. Niraparadhanamalele Paya Premadana. The Samkirtana will lead us to Premadana, that's Krishna Prema. And this particular design here is inspired by Srila Narottama Das Thakura's bhajan, Gauranga Karuna Karo, Ami Dina Hina Jane, Musama Patita Prabhu, Nahi Tribhuani, Tante Trine Dhari Gaura, Dhaki E Hamar, Kripa Karo Esho Amar, Hridaya Mandire. Gauranga, please be merciful and come reside in my heart. Kripa Karo Esho Amar, Hridaya Mandire. Because if Gauranga comes and resides in our heart, in the sense, Gauranga's teaching of Sri Sikshashtakam and Sharanagati, if they are in our heart, if we carry them in our heart, then the Krishna Prema will automatically come. That's how Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is giving us Krishna Prema, by teaching us the ways of Sharanagati, by giving us the map of Sri Sikshashtakam. That's why when Gauranga comes and sits in our heart with the essence of this Sri Sikshashtakam and Sharanagati, then Premadana, Paye Premadana happens. And this is by Japa, the holy name. And that's why we have come up with this cover design. And this is called a service guide. We didn't really want to say manual, because Harinam, Japa is actually a service to the Harinam. And anything about, everything in this book is about guidance on how to do our service to Harinam, to Shuddha Nam Bhajan. We said here Shuddha Nam Bhajan because not that I do Shuddha Nam Bhajan, but we are puppets in the hands of the Shuddha Bhaktas. So when they are giving us instructions and we try to follow to the best of our ability, in a very prayerful mood, when they are pleased with us, then we will be taken towards Shuddha Nam Bhajan. That's why this title here, a service guide to Shuddha Nam Bhajan, because everything written in this book, composed in the book, is more of a compilation. The compilation in the book is from the Shuddha Bhaktas, all the Acharyas. Okay, and that's what the whole Japa session is based on. This, the whole Kartik month, all that we are doing is from this book, because we were doing, we were just following the instructions of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta and Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. And yeah, this page may be helpful for you to see quick references. Here, Harinam and Harikatha. We already covered this in the past. How Harikatha is integral to Harinam. Because all that we did in Kartik is talk about the Harinam. We didn't actually take the Japa beads and chant during the Japa sessions. We talked about it, and all that is Harinam. Because we knew more about Harinam now, which is Harikatha, that's why we will be able to chant Harinam better. So that's why Harinam and Harikatha are integral. And that's what is there in the first page about Harinam and Harikatha, how they are integral. And the next one, the benefits of chanting holy name. We already did the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura's, how the Nam Mahatmya. In Nam Mahatmya, Srila Bhaktivinoda was singing how we are taken from the heart constantly burns in the fire of worldly desires. From that state, from Chetodarpanamarjanam to the spiritual realm, where he's saying, when all impediments to the pure chanting of holy name are taken away and destroyed, then my happiness will know its true awakening. And here, the name of Krishna is touchstone, a mine of all devotional mellows, eternally liberated, and the embodiment of pure rasa. So here, being fully manifest, the holy name takes me to Vraja and reveals to me his own loving dalliance. So, starting from Chetodarpanamarjanam to Sarvatmasnapanam, starting from burning in the heart because of the modes to transferring to the spiritual realm. Everything happens by the holy name. These are the words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura in Nam Mahatmya. And this is the shloka of how, this is from Adi Purana, how Nama is everything. It'll be wonderful if we can recite this shloka. The impact is wonderful, but because the time is not there, we'll just leave it like that. But I'll just show you how this needs to be recited. Whenever you need to, please go ahead. You can do this. Nanama sadrisham jnanam, nanama sadrisham vratam, nanama sadrisham dhyanam, nanama sadrisham phalam, nanama sadrishas thyago, nanama sadrishas shama, nanama sadrisham punyam, nanama sadrishi gatihi, namaiva paramamuktir, namaiva paramagatihi, namaiva paramashantir, namaiva paramastitihi, namaiva parama bhaktir, namaiva paramamatihi, namaiva parama pritir, namaiva parama smritihi, namaiva karanam jantur, namaiva prabhureva cham, namaiva paramaradhyo, namaiva paramo guru. Adi Purana is attesting about the glories of the Harinam. What is it that Harinam is not? So these are the glories of the holy name. We have already discussed about that. And here, this is to show how this book can be used. But since we are all going through this anyway, this is just to show about how the Sri Sikshashtakam doors are opened through the waves of Sharanagati. So that's what we're trying to say there. And here, Samkirtana. This is how we are going to start the Japa, and we have already discussed this. So these are the guidelines by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura that is given in Shri Harinama Chintamani, and we have already discussed about all these steps. Yeah, but when you flip through the book, everything may see familiar to you because we are going through this, and that's why I'm quickly going through. Okay. And when you see these things here, these are all the words of Acharyas. Please go through them. And the references are there at the very end of which Acharya is saying that, which book is that. And the progression Japa, we already discussed. The first thing is grounding, right? The table is also there. The grounding, how we are Krishnizing everything and how we are keeping the distractions away. This is the prayer you could use if it helps you to ground better. And aligning means taking away all the blocks. Nama Parada, removing this Nama Paradas. We have just gone through the slide. And these are the quotes by Srila Bhakti Vinoda, pertinent to Nama Aparadas. All these are Acharya's words. And you see here in the purple, they are all Shastric quotes. So please go over them when you can. So this becomes more authentic. This is all based on Shastra and the Acharya Vakya. And these are about the Nama Paradas. We have already gone through all this in the last classes. And these are the Shastric words, and those are the Acharya's words. And after going through all these 10 aparadas in detail, we have gone through that slide also. And then we also have gone through this. Look at this, positive affirmations to avoid nama paradas. Quick things. So this part also, if you want, it can be printed and posted if you think it's helpful wherever you want to. Okay, and all those are based on, this is Sri Narottama Das Thakura's song of how Nitai actually gives Sri Radha Krishna. By bringing ourselves to Nama Parada stage, we are acknowledging Sri Radha and Krishna in the Harinam. It means Nitai is giving us Sri Radha and Krishna. Now that Sri Radha and Krishna are acknowledged in the Harinam, Gaura teaches us the way of serving Harinam through the waves of Sharanagati and Sri Sikshashtaka. So Namabhasa is the clearing phase. When we take away our blocks, start chanting, that's when the clearing is happening. And then we are coming to the stage of bonding. Yeah. So these are the other steps that we are getting into as we are getting to Sri Sikshastakam and Sharanagati. This is from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. And those are the quotes. These are the Acharya Vakyas. And this Sharanagati, this we can do tomorrow, of how the Sharanagati prayers from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura can invoke natural prayers within us, and how this can help us to enter deep into Harinam. This part we will do tomorrow, hopefully with some malas, some japas, so we can know how to do it. And finally coming, this we had to put in the book because for those who are looking for it, these are very, very nectarian words from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. This is from Nam Bhajan. Wonderful, wonderful information, especially for those who are looking for it, who have been practicing Krishna conscious for some time. Shravana Dasha, Varana Dasha, Smarana Dasha, Apana Dasha, and Prapana Dasha are very beautifully described in Nam Bhajan. Okay, for those who are interested, you may please go over this. And then this is about Prema Bhakti, Prema Nama, the final stage, full Samkirtana. And these are the quick prayers that can help, that will encapsulate all the tattvas together. That is also given here. Shri Guru is my qualification. I am present with you gratefully, Harinam. I depend on you to serve you fondly with my whole self. This is Samkirtana. Everything is yours, everyone is yours. That's Krishna Samsara. And you can take me from this Kunta to Vaikunta. We are leaning there. Avashya Rakshave Krishna. So you may use any part of this book as you think is useful to you. And this is Japa progression, starting from Nama Parada, clearing phase towards Shuddha Nama, where the mental phase is gone and the alignment is happening. And then Nama, Rupa, Guna are revealed. And these are the final stages where Leelas are revealed. Okay, this is all wonderful. But how do I know? This is just whatever is happening inside me during the japa is actually a natural change, a real change happening in me, or am I just thinking in my mind that I'm progressing? And this is our litmus test. Whatever we are inside japa, we should generally be, that's what we should be outside the japa. So if our japa is getting deeper, getting to the clearing phase and going further, then all these characteristics of ignorance and passion will come down outside the japa. 22 hours, we will not see much of this. So there is not much of bhakti aparada happening. If it is happening, it means we still have to sincerely continue to chant with the instructions, avoiding the offenses. And when these offenses are gone, Namabhasa stage is progressing, then these are the symptoms we will be seeing. We will be experiencing ourselves And people, that is noticeable by people too. This is outside the japa. This is more in goodness. So if the japa is like this, then we will be like this outside the bhakti. Yeah. So most of the modes are gone here, and it's more of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Not so much of passion, not so much of ignorance in blue, red in passion, G, goodness. So there is more of goodness and Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is all inside the japa. Outside japa, lot of goodness is there. And how do I know I'm getting deeper in bhakti, as bonding with holy name? This will be the symptoms outside Sharanagati. Sharanagati to Shri Guru. We will be living for Shri Guru's instructions. We will be living to please Shri Guru. That will be the condition. Yeah, and our service also will be like that. And this doesn't take too much when we are in Sharanagati. Quickly we come to this permeating stage. These are the pure devotee, qualities of pure devotee based on Sri Rupa Goswami definition in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These are the symptoms of pure devotee. Okay. And this information, how holy name is a Shabda Brahman. Holy name actually exists in 4 levels. Para, Pashyanti. Then Para, Pashyanti, Manasik, and Vachika. Vachika or Vaikhari. So those are the 4 levels of the Harinam. We generally talk more about the first 2 levels, but for those who are more Shastrik, please get to know about this. These levels, your faith in Harinam really gets deeper. This is the tattva of the Harinam. How deeper is this tattva? Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikhari. Vaikhari is that is audible when we are chanting and is audible Vaikhari. Madhyama is that chanting that goes on in the mind. Pashyanti is they are seeing the leelas. Para is they are entering the leelas. 4 levels. So if somebody is just quiet, it doesn't mean that they're not chanting. For Rupa Goswami, for Srila Prabhupada, probably they are in Para and Pashyanti. We cannot count their rounds like that. Okay, so these are all key points. Who is holy name? What is bhakti process? How this is a descending mercy? It's not about accomplishment. It is about submission. It is about receiving. And 4 crucial points to chant Shuddha Nama. How does Guru Nitai and Gauranga get us to Krishna Prema? And how Nama Paradas, when they are removed, when these blocks are removed, go through this Nama Bhasa stage, through Sharanagati, doors of Sikshashtaka. Then, see, since all the blocks are removed, the Krishna Prema is just flowing. And in the heart is all moods of Sharanagati here. Yeah. So we should be having that Trinagati and the faith in the holy name. Krishna is in the holy name. We take Sharanagati of Shri Guru and Krishna. Then Nitai and Gaura will take us to Krishna Prema. What to expect by taking this Japa sessions or reading this book, Removal of Nama Paradas. Come out of Nama Bhasa. Experience the holy name, Nama, because by invoking the mood of Sharanagati, and enter into Shuddha Nama and Prema Nama and experiencing the holy name, Rupa Guna Leela. These may be at the very later stages when we are more submissive to Shri Guru and Krishna, then that would happen. But at least the initial steps we may be able to get out from this book and seminar. This is the final word. Okay, this is so wonderful. Can these results be guaranteed to me? We will end this session with the words of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. I think that is it. Yes, wonderful to end with Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. So we want to know, This is also beautiful. What is this for me? Can this be guaranteed to me? What is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta saying? The grace of the spiritual guide alone can pass over from the early twilight of Nama, which is Namabhasa, to the pure light of it, and can save them from the 10 sacrileges, the aparadhas, hindering the true service of Nama. Look at this. What is the deciding factor? The grace of the spiritual guide alone. So none of what we have talked is an exaggeration. The first slide that we showed, the iron, the bar protection, getting deeper into the ocean, everything. Why did we compare like that? Because Guru Tattva is everything. It's the grace of the Guru Tattva. How do we invoke the grace of Guru Tattva? Pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. All right. We will pause here. That's about the book. That's about the slides. And what did we say? Yeah, the take-home points are also there in the book, are there, and in the slides. That also we have done. I think we have covered everything. So we have gone through the whole sequence, starting from Bhakti Aparadha. After that, coming to at least Bhakti Abhasa outside the Japa, and inside the Japa is grounding, where we are Krishnizing, and then alignment with removal of blocks, the Aparadha Nama, and then about how to do the Sharanagati prayers related to the Sri Sikshashtakam. We will do that tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to pause here. Those are about the slides and about that book. We'll take any questions that you have, please, because this might be the last opportunity, especially in regards to the book. Tomorrow we'll do the Sharanagati prayers. Yes, please. Thank you all so much.